Hey guys, I'm getting these wheels ready for some dual stage foams that I've got. This is a very light Fast Tracks 2.2. All of the hardware was absolutely rounded off and rotten. The foams were too soft and the rings, the beadlock rings, were scuffed up and horrible. So I've ordered a nice set of beadlock rings to replace the ones that will go with my truck. I've got a black and a blue just to see how they look. Interesting to see how the blue looks. But while I had these apart, these are ringless. They don't have a ring. They have a nice little ledge which you beadlock into instead of having the full ring. And they've got this nice recess. So that works perfectly for this hack. You just get some wheel weights. These are for balancing car wheels. These are 5s and 10s. They're not lead, they're a ferrous metal, I believe, which is what the FA stands for, possibly. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. This is all you'll need. You'll need some tape, some wheel weights off of Aaron. So this is a really cheap way to add 60 grams, I believe. Is that right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 40, 60. Yeah, so you're going to add 60 grams to the weight of your wheel, and then you've got your dual stage foam and whatnot. So all you need to do is go in with your scissors. I'm trying to do it on on camera. Like I'm watching the phone screen, so this is really difficult. Like if you've got loads of money, just get the wheels, get the brass wheels if you really want to put a load of rotational weight in. This is something that I'm not sure about. I want unsprung weight. I don't really want rotational weight. But this isn't a super amount. 60 grams plus the weight of the wheels. I guess these wheels are going to end up being around 150 to 200 grams each once the dual stage and the tyres are on. So there you go, you just separate the weights, guys. I'm just going to show you a couple and then I'll pull over one of the ones that I've finished. You peel the sticky back plastic off. I'm putting them this way with the weight on the outside because I feel like that's the best place. And it works best if you've got an even number of holes or spokes, because what I do is I line this up with the centre of the spoke and then I push it down as far over to that edge as I can. And then what I do is I do it with all of the 10s first, the large ones. Typical, I've had no problems getting these off, haven't I? The minute you point a camera at something, my little boy Neo, he does something amazing and I'm like, oh quick, do it again, I'll photograph it for Nanny. And then he just looks at me like I'm an idiot. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. And then just so you get, I mean, you've already got the gist, you guys know what I'm going to be doing, but like just for those people that need their hands holding a little bit more, someone who's really new to this and just doesn't want to get it wrong. So I create that spacing there, and in that space, perfectly on a 2.2, this particular rim, they fit perfectly. But if they didn't, you could just put one central. Now on fast buggies, the weight distribution and balance of the wheel, if you prefer, would be super important. Like that would really, really matter, because at high speeds, that amount of wobble would be an issue. But at the speeds we do with crawlers and trail trucks, even if you've got a trail truck like my Bronco, that's about 25 kilometers an hour, miles an hour. Yeah, it's pretty quick. So you wouldn't want to be traveling to do this. Sorry, but my brain just doesn't seem to want to function while I'm peeling, sticking and stuff. Yeah, so you wouldn't want the weights to be off by very much at all. In fact, you wouldn't want them to be off at all on a buggy or a street car or something that was going to be going very quick. But for the crawlers, the really important thing is that you get your weight bias as good as, sort of 60-40, or whatever you prefer, that whatever variation of that you prefer. And yeah, so there we go. And the reason we've got some tape, in fact, I'm just going to pull one over. In typical Blue Peter style, here's one I did earlier. I put 2 wraps of tape round it. I think it looks better than this. It looks a lot nicer. And, I don't know if water got in there or whatever, and it decided it was going to unstick stuff. It should stay. The insulation tape should keep it stuck down. So I do apologise for this video being 6.5 minutes long already. I'm sure there was a much slicker way to film this video, but I just thought that it would be nice to share this idea with you. If you've been into the hobby for a while, I am teaching grandma to suck eggs. But hopefully, you've not come across this before, or you're new to the hobby and you were looking for a way to get some cheap weight on your truck. This is a really good way to do it. I think this whole pack of weights from Amazon was about £5, and there was enough to do a whole set of wheels. Now, if you compare that to the price of brass rings, which I couldn't actually find for the 2.2s anyway, but yeah, if you compare that's a lot cheaper. And I already know a few people that do this, and there she is, all finished that one. I already know a few people that do this, and they've done it to all of their trucks, and they can't tell the difference, apart from the fact that after doing it, you've got a bit more weight. So I'm just waiting for the soft foams to come, and then I'm just going to go and grab a tyre. I've ordered some foams for these incredibly large high racks 2.2s. These are 215 by 575, and they're 2.2 Proline high racks. Really sticky. I've washed these, and if you've probably already seen these on the Bronco, but I had to replace all of the hardware in these. Was just stuck, and there was a mismatch of screws. It looked as ugly as hell. I had an absolute nightmare taking the tyres apart. And the foams, are all right. They're smelly and horrible single stage. They're like a medium, I guess. But the trouble is, as soon as I get on the side hill, they just fold over. My Bronco is quite a heavy truck now. I've got a lot of brass now fitted to the axles and stuff. And this is a great way to sort that out. So guys, don't forget, I've got a raffle going for a TRX 4M. Win yourself a brand new truck, or for the same money, as long as it's the same money, you can get yourself yourself a model of any description. This is open to the UK and the USA. You can get yourself any model that is available in your region up to the same price as a TRX 4M Bronco. So there you go, guys. It will cost you just £1 to enter that raffle. And win yourself a TRX 4M for £1 or a tenner. Or whatever you choose to have a go on. But the odds are great. It's not like one of these open-ended raffles that the big channels are doing and they're making thousands of pounds on. There's just 300 tickets available, so the odds of winning will be really good. That's it for this one. I'm signing off. I've got some new videos coming up. If you're not subscribed, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next one.